8 months after the horrors found at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, one of the first responders on scene is speaking about the problems he experienced trying to save lives. 19 children and 2 teachers died as authorities waited more than an hour to confront and kill the shooter. Well, now former sergeant who responded to the school says he got no direct commands on scene and just acted on instinct. The Texas Department of Public Safety issued termination papers to Juan Maldonado about 4 months later. Instead, he retired after 23 years as a trooper in Uvalde. And tonight, he's sitting down with KXAN's Brianna Hollis.
Juan Maldonado, a former sergeant and public information officer, one of the first to respond to Robb Elementary on May 24th.
Being told that I'm suffering from PTSD, something that I thought it only happened in the military.
I want to give you the opportunity to talk about your role that day from your perspective. So take us there, walk us through it.
I was in my office that morning, told one of my friends come into my office, and I wanted to show him something, and that's when the call went out that there was shots fired at Robb Elementary.
That friend, a Uvalde school district officer. The call came over his radio, not Maldonado's.
And at the time that you got there, were there officers already inside?
When I got to the west end, that I recall, yes, there was officers in the hallway.
Why didn't you go inside?
I did open the door going, but like I said, my primary focus now is there was officers already in the hallway. I needed to start setting up a perimeter. Now, if I knew the shooter was still active right there where I could see him or the officers were gonna go in, I would have joined him and gone in. However, that wasn't the circumstances.
So you weren't aware at that point that the shooter was in there with the children?
Well, I didn't even know those children at that time. I just know that there was a shooter somewhere in that hallway until they said it was in the classroom. So I was thinking I need to start setting a perimeter on the outside. You know, I'm not going to be any good just standing inside. The officers had gotten shot at, you know, now that I can recall. And so to me, the situation was a barricaded subject.
If Uvalde CISD Chief Pete Arredondo, the incident commander, had called this an active shooter versus a barricaded subject, policy would have required officers to enter the classroom and stop the shooter immediately.
Took some keys into the hallway to see if there was a master key, because I took it from one of the officers. There's a master key somewhere on them, so I took it in there. I noticed on the south end that some of the officers were breaking windows, taking kids out. So you know what? I started breaking the window on the north end. The look on those faces of those kids jumping out was something I'll never forget.
Maldonado is seen in this body camera video worn by a Uvalde police officer.
We gotta get in there. We gotta get in there. He just keeps shooting.
And to me, that was me telling them, you know, like I thought it was a barricaded subject. So, you know, DPS is en route. We're gonna, you know, come in. We're bringing the cavalry to come help.
What was your role as a DPS sergeant at that scene?
I was never given a specific role. My role that I took upon myself was to save as many kids as I could.
He says it wasn't clear to him who was in charge, and he didn't get direct orders on scene.
Why did DPS fire you, move to terminate you?
Well, first of all, I was shocked that they even went that route to suspend me or terminate me. I thought I did a lot that day.
Maldonado's DPS termination papers say his performance didn't meet the department's expectations for competency and conduct on the scene given his level of experience, but it did not cite specific examples of how he fell short.
How do you feel about DPS's decision regarding your employment?
I feel like I did everything I could to the best of my ability, and I felt my training, you know, what my mind was telling me to do that day, I did.
Brianna Hollis, KXAN News.
The entire Uvalde Consolidated ISD police force was suspended back in October following protests from parents, and at least 7 DPS officers have been referred for investigation by the DPS Inspector General. Now, we do want to mention Juan Maldonado is not facing any charges connected to what happened in Uvalde, but it is possible some could, as the case is still under investigation. Now, we've been